one looking very good to possibly take the whole thing.
Absolutely. I think, look, the thing with Envy is they just, once all four players are firing on all cylinders, they're like an insane team.
Exactly.
So that's really all they got to do. They just got to get that rhythm. Yesterday, Formal was kind of like leading the charge. You had Nameless come up, J-Cap, even Merc, but it was never all four of them at the same time. Once they do, I mean, that team is so scary. There's a reason that we talk about how they're the only team with all positive KDs at LAN. So I think that's really the only recipe for Envy. With FaZe out of it, too, kind of a shocker. I mean,
well, first to eighth.
Yeah, boys in blue are looking pretty good, man.
Absolutely, absolutely. So we do have, again, the first time ever for MLG, we have the analysis desk. We're going to throw it down to Puckett, Sensor, and Crim6 for your map selection.
Oh, it's not the new Maven. We're just talking at a different desk. I'm Puckett here with Sensor and Crim. Guys, we have an epic match here. Envy versus OpTic Nation. Nation gave you guys a run last night. Sensor, what did they do in that game 5? How did Nation take you out? What do they need to do to beat Envy here on day 2?
Well, Nation made a miraculous comeback. They were obviously down 2-5. It's not easy to make a comeback. They won 4 straight rounds to knock us into the losers bracket, and they blind countered us, Puckett. You know, no one really played bad. No one didn't do anything wrong. Just every time we pushed a bomb, they were at that bomb, and they had a blind counter to beat us.
Crim, can this OpTic Nation squad, looking at the KDs and how these two teams stack up, can OpTic Nation beat Envy in the respawn game modes?
You know what? I think they can. They played extremely well versus FaZe, and, you know, it was a comeback, but I felt the whole entire time in that series that OpTic Nation was always in it. They were always in the fight, and I think that, you know, OpTic Nation, they're carrying a lot of momentum going into this series, and I think that, you know, they do have the possibility of beating Envious.
And that's the important thing, too, Puckett. A team morale, a team victory like that is what's going to set you over the top. Envy's obviously a great team. They proved it time and time again. But OpTic Nation have very good team morale win, making that comeback against us. You know, they're just clicking on all cylinders, and I'm expecting them to come out, but I still think Envy's going to win this match.
Looks like Nation still discussing what maps they want to veto before getting out there. Merc already said that Envy is going to get rid of S&D Sovereign. So if you're Nation here, you got to pick one S&D, one Dom, and one Blitz. What S&D do you think Nation wants to avoid playing Envy in?
I'm about 99.9% sure that OpTic Nation is going to end up vetoing S&D on Freight. I've heard countless times that they do not like Freight Search and Destroy, and I see them smiling right now. They're probably going to change their mind. They vetoed S&D Octane. See that? Yeah, they probably heard what I said, and they changed their mind at the last second. So that's really interesting. I really thought that they were good at S&D Octane, but Blitz Warhawk, that's interesting as well. I don't know. I haven't played OpTic Nation on Blitz Warhawk at all, so I don't know anything about that map when it comes to them.
Blitz Octane is the choice here for Envy. So no Octane for S&D and Blitz. We'll see if it makes it in to the domination game modes. Haven't seen too much of it so far this weekend. And it looks like the next pick is going to be going here to Envy, and they will pick Dom Sovereign. So we're going to see Octane in the map pool. Final choice here comes from OpTic Nation. And Killa stroking the beard, trying to think this one through.
Now, this is surprising to me because I feel that OpTic Nation is a very strong Domination Octane team. You know, that's probably our best map, and they ended up playing us on that map and beating us to make the comeback, and they just vetoed that.
Yeah.
I think that that's actually a smart play.
Why is that?
Envy's just, like, Formal with a sub on that map. He shuts it down. And, you know, Merc's always hopping on flags. Nameless and J-Cap, you know, they're solid ARs, but Formal on Dom Octane is just a scary side.
So here's the interesting thing, though. OpTic Nation vetoed Strike Zone Domination against us, and now they're vetoing Domination Octane. So it seems like Nation's trying to veto the other team's worst maps instead of playing the maps that they're best at. I don't know if that has to do with the confidence or a strategy, but we're about to find out in the series.
I was totally expecting Nation to veto Dom Freight. I mean, if you've seen this Envy squad on this map, they can be ruthless, and it looks like Envy is going to make sure that Freight is game number 1. Strike Zone will be game number 4, the second domination in the best of 5. Now it's time to see the S&D order. We're going to see another Warhawk at game number 2.
Oh, man. I'm expecting a slaughter. I think Envy's going to win this map by 75 points.
75 points in game 1?
75 points. They're going to slaughter them. OpTic Nation is not good on this map.
Doug has no faith in the Nation.
They went 3-16 in this map in the league. Let's just be honest here. Envy's a great domination for a team. OpTic Nation isn't. So we're going to see what happens. I don't know. OpTic Nation is on something else right now. Let's see what they pull out of their sleeves.
All right, Crim, after looking at the final map pool, Dom Freight, S&D Warhawk, Blitz Freight, Dom Strike Zone, S&D Freight. What's Crimbot's thoughts here? Who's taking this series?
Envy's taking the series, I think. I think the S&D Warhawk, you know, I think OpTic Nation's probably going to take that. But looking at maps 1, 3, and 4, those are Envy. I know for a fact Envy's really good on those maps. But, however, Killa does have the smoke strategy on Freight Blitz. He smokes mid-alley, and you don't know what to do when he does that. You don't know where he's going.
Why is there a smoke and blitz? This makes no sense.
Because Killa's on the map. That's why there's a
There
smoke
it
and
is.
blitz. So, yes, I think OpTic,
man.
OpTic Nation, they're going to have a chance of winning this series, but after looking at these maps, Envy's taking it.
See, I'm looking at
3-1
this.
or 3-0?
I'm going to say 3-1. 3-1, yeah.
Doug?
It's either going to be a 3-0 or a 3-1, and if it goes to the last map, Envy's going to win it. OpTic Nation is not good at freight domination and search and destroy. I don't know what was going through their mind when they did those vetoes.
Interesting vetoes. Maybe they know something we don't. Guys, we're going to send it back up to you to kick off game number 1.
All right, well, I'll tell you what, Krim, future as a comedian, Sensor possibly as an Abercrombie model, but great stuff from them as we went through the map selection. But we are going to look at the key player matchup here. We'll talk a bit about these guys, Formal
There's
and
your
Ricky.
boyfriend.
Now, we talked yesterday.
Yes.
We might have said Formal 100 times during that series.
Sure, you did.
Yeah, mostly me, but he was crushing.
Yeah, he
probably
was,
had
he
the
was.
best series of anyone so far, other than maybe Miracles in that first one. Putting up big numbers. Look at 1.25 overall, 1.45 in Dom, and I think it comes down to the Doms here. You can look across the stats there. 0.85 in Dom for Ricky, 0.994 overall. But
Yeah, I mean, he's pretty ineffective. You can't even make Ricky as an OBJ argument when he plays against Envy here. I mean, and I do want to call out from a stats perspective, it's just when these two teams play against one another, not overall.
Yeah.
So Ricky he hasn't, historically played that well against Envy in the Season 3 online matches. Now, look, they're online stats. I mean, things happen differently at a LAN, so you kind of have to take it for a grain of salt, but it gives you a good idea. And clearly, Formal at 1.45, Dom KD shows his presence there, allowing his team to be able to get caps. Now, Dom Freight looks like that's going to be, all things considered, it should be an Envy map. But really, I think what's going to be interesting will be the S&D Warhawk game number 2. If that's something OpTic Nation's going to need to take away from Envy. I mean, they're going to have to win that S&D game, try to pull out a blitz, push a game 5 where they can play better at an S&D. If not, I agree with the guys downstairs. It's the Envy show,
well, what's crazy is, we talked before, I think it was something like they went 2-7 in Nashville in dominations for ON. They've just been struggling. Krim said he talked to the players and they just couldn't figure out what they were doing wrong in Dom. But then yesterday they come in, take them both from FaZe. I'm like, all right, well, maybe they're bringing their Dom game to this event. But after FaZe finishes 8th, how much can we actually take from that?
Yeah, that's true. It's a good point. And even then, that was that whole series was pretty crazy. I mean, you went into that game 5 and it was 5-2. FaZe was looking to close it out, and then all of a sudden OpTic Nation won 4 straight. So I would never count out that OpTic Nation squad. But it is a valid point to say now that FaZe finished 8th, you don't know really how well they were even playing at this event. So it's not a good stacking up to it. So.
Well, I saw Fizzerp. He tweeted out, him and Killa have a relationship.
They're the best S&D players,
And he said OpTic Nation can win this event. And
I saw that yesterday. Yeah.
So a lot's going to come down to this. Obviously, we're still on the winner's side of things. You're not going home if you lose this one, but we're going to be able to take a lot from this series as far as how, who I think is my favorite to win this one. If we get the envy of G3 or the envy of Dallas that was looking so dominant outside against playing Denial, I think they can take this one 3-1. Like we've all kind of
they are the star-studded team. I mean, on paper, Envy is the best, right? So all they have to do is kind of live up to that. From a stat perspective, they look the strongest. So we'll see how it goes. OpTic Nation, though, can never count them out. They're ready to roll there. There's Money B. They're fired up.
And Money B is he is the one that needs to step up. He took a lot of flack on social media from his teammates and everything for his event in Nashville. He just didn't have a very good event. And on the other side, Nameless and Envy, they didn't finish well either. And that was more, J-Cap took a little flack. He didn't have a great event at Nashville either. That is what we've learned in Call of Duty Go. Since the fall of EG, it's what team shows up, and all 4 players are being consistent. We've had, 5 different winners?
Yeah, with the Vector, that kind of changed the dynamic of the game. I think there's a valid point. A lot of us talk about how the meta, got switched at that point, and it's allowed for a lot of different teams to shuffle around in that first place.
Yeah.
You haven't seen anybody kind of look, I mean, UMG, you had FaZe, they won it, and then they come here a couple weeks later and they finish 8th, so with that in mind, as a team, you can, it's anybody's game here, you can win. So if you can go in with that confidence, who knows? All of our brackets could be turned upside down.
They all have been.
They all have been. Yeah, who am I kidding? Yeah, they have been turned upside down.
Yeah, at this point, everything all over the place. But nice shot at Nameless here as he's getting fired up. And I love to get those boost shots. That's one of my favorite things when we're casting, especially after the game, when you see kind of that energy level afterwards. And here we're going to see the stats for Killa
Look at
beard.
that. I love Killa's profile
young
picture.
Chewbacca.
I'm gonna set that as my profile picture. Look at him.
He's so happy. Oh, he looks angry, though. The
No,
picture
he looks,
looks
I was
happy.
going to say, he looks real
Determined.
mad, man.
But you see the 21.8.
Hey,
He's
Killa.
These stats, these again are online. But what's funny is recently, actually, he's been their main slayer in these respawns. He's been showing up. He had, I think, a 35 or 38 bomb in Nashville, and those aren't typically numbers you see from him in respawns.
No, not at all, because he's averaging 21 online, too.
Yeah, he's been putting up big numbers, and that we thought maybe some of the things they were dealing with in Nashville was the fact that the team dynamic was a little bit wonky because of the roles people were playing. But we will have to see how it plays out. We're all predicting 3-1s right now for Envy, but it's going to come down to who shows up, who's the most consistent. But in my opinion, if OpTic Nation has any chance in this series, they have got to take that game to S&D.
Yeah, I think if they win Game 2 S&D and they're able to pull out that blitz, it's done deal. Because I don't think that they would win Game 4 Dom Strike Zone. I think Envy would take that back. But I feel pretty confident in OpTic Nation's Search and Destroy game that if it went to S&D Freight, that they would be able to pull something out. And there's JCap. He's a phenomenal player. He's been around for a while. This is a good squad. We keep talking about it. I'm ready to see how they show up. And again, it goes back to all 4 of those players being consistent.
Yeah, part of it, they have a team house. Not everyone there. I believe Merck is the one that isn't, but it helps, And again, it's online, so the KDs, when you have 3 of them living together, playing on the host, it
yeah, the
certainly
numbers
helps,
are skewed for sure.
But they also on land put up ridiculous numbers as well. All of them can slay. When you're talking on paper, the most talented team, it's hard to argue it's not Envy, despite the fact they didn't have the best result in Nashville. They got second in Dallas. It's a star-studded lineup.
Yeah, so I always thought, EG obviously played that level, but when you had Karma on that EG team, I felt like that was on paper, and they were obviously performing accordingly to that. Now that team has, with Karma going to FaZe and Dito coming in there, I feel like Envy has been the team that really is on paper the best squad. So we'll see if they're able to live up to that and kind of come through here. And there you have it. I told Miracles, I'm like, you've got to rock an Old Men of OpTic shirt. And when you're in the Pro Player Lounge hanging out. And by the way,
I'm drafted in. I'm incredibly old.
Yeah, you're about due for it. Yeah, you're about due for it, man.
I don't know if Curse will allow me to wear green shirts.
No, they might not. I don't know. Hex might kick you out, man. I don't know if you can be balding and in there as well. Everyone's got a good head of hair in Umu, man.
All right, I'm going to work on that.
Yeah.
Some Bosley.
Yep, whatever it takes, man. I'll donate some hair plugs for
Thank
you.
you.
So you'll have some
That'd be
blonde hair
fantastic.
as well. Yeah,
fantastic.
Hey, man, wherever I can help.
I'd be incredibly handsome with that full head of luscious, dirty blonde hair. But here we are loading into domination.
Good thing the game's ready now. You're making me blush.
But Miracles, we're still highlighting him here. The one thing to point out from yesterday, he was pretty much the man of the day. When you're looking at Friday for him. But game number 1, you're looking at it, Domination Freight. Ricky leads the team with Dom Caps. We talked about how he's been playing a bit of that objective role. You saw the slaying, not quite up the stuff. And leader, we're looking at 358 total caps this season.
Let's see how this thing starts off. Everybody has been kind of favoring Envy to pull this one out. So who do you want to start off with on the Envy side?
Let's go with Merck. Merck, team leader.
I'm with it.
He's been on so many top teams in the scene for so long. Let's see how he can kick things off. All right, we're getting in. Final countdown coming. 5 seconds left on the clock. Let's see who's going to take game number 1.
And kicking things off here, we're ready to roll OpTic Nation versus Envy, and it's going to be Merck that's going to be pushing out. He's got one of his teammates hanging out here to get the home flags in. The battle for B has begun, Maven.
Yeah, he's going to be the first one there. Oh, he's going to push through the lumber. He's able to get that first blood, but he will eventually drop. Nameless.
I don't know about that,
a lot
Nameless.
of times you'll see the AR kind of off the break, not usually used throughout the game unless you have the 2-cap control. But he's playing kind of a defensive role here to work on B. You have Merck in front of him pushing that right side. Now you see a player there via the Oracle mode just on the other side. He negativizes on him in just a second. Nice little switch. They're able to pick up that kill. We'll see if he continues. He is actually going to push up. You see 2 players through the train here on the right side, but he's going to get flanked there at white.
Yeah, and OpTic Nation actually a decent setup here. They're going to have to acknowledge Formal, who can do some damage. He does pick up one, has to reload, it gets taken out, but they were able to knock a couple players down from Envy to be able to set up, and now you've got Embos that is on B. If they can just win some of these gunfights, they can pull it out, and not going to happen. But they're not done yet. I mean, they still have a decent setup as you have a player that is behind enemy lines that's going to be causing a disruption to this Envy squad.
Yeah, and Merck also got in behind. He's going to catch the nade basically as soon as he gets in a position.
That was JCap, though. His own teammate killed him.
Thanks, JCap, because he was in a spot to
he was set up.
And Formal here, second level, going to be able to pick up one. Going to rotate back towards B. No one able to put pressure on the home cap. Yeah, actually, I'm going to switch over. Well, who player? We do have one pushing towards A. That's going to be Ricky. Did get through. He's going to get pushed in a second here. Not looking at the right side, unfortunately, for him. Did he get the neutral? No, he will get stopped. But Miracle's going to be the last one alive. He's going to have to play some defense here on B. As the rest of his team is coming off spawn. You see them all popping up. This is going to be a huge kill. That's a big one. Gives his team time to get up and come help him. He delayed long enough, though, that Envy was not able to get B. Nameless picks one over the shoulder of Formal.
He's got Formal there, too. They're going to get this.
They should have it. Finally, B control will go to Envy Ryan.
Nice pickup as Merc was able to jump on it. Formal did get taken out, but Nameless moved up, so they capped it together. And now just have to hold on to this. Only a 3-point lead for Envy as B has been kind of back and forth, but they are well set up here. And now they just got to win some of these gunfights, one at a time.
Yeah, that was kind of a delayed 4 down there for OpTic Nation, so full map control going to go to Envy. Nameless picks one more up right side. You saw to his left there was one pushing Lumber, another in front of him here inside of red, and he will lose that gunfight. Going to switch over to Merc. He's kind of watching and fire to see if anyone's going to be coming down this mid lane to put pressure on B. But look at the mini-map here. You see everyone trying to push through. They're going for A. I like this job by them to get pressure. I'm going to switch just to see if Miracle is able to get a flip here. He's at least one player.
Should be able to get a neutral. And nobody's there.
At least nobody's there at all. So
yeah, he'll be able to get this. And there's set up on C as well, so it's Nameless back. Who's back here on C?
They have a player really far in the back. That's going to be Miracles. That's going to have to play a little defense. He should get the call, or so he should see that the flag.
So Envy's going to go ahead and get back C there as they're able to pick that one up. Killa coming back out here. And OpTic Nation set up to get this if they can hold it down, but no, Envy doing a great job clearing out a couple members. That's going to be 3 players down for OpTic Nation as Embo's is going to get taken out from JCap. JCap, he had just 2 kills not too long ago. Now he's 7-7, so he's warming up. He had a very slow start for the first 2.5 minutes. Now coming alive a little bit.
Well, we can talk about the KDs. Just look across Envy right now. Everyone either even or positive outside of JCap. He's only -1. They're getting the slang done. They've got a 12-point lead with just under 2 to play. We'll hop on with Formal for a little bit. He's got Merc in front. He's not going to be able to take out that guy from here. Merc, I think, was trying to put the pressure through crates. He's going to drop as well. 2 down right now for Envy. Miracles here. He's going to be playing kind of this mid-red lane, trying to get some pressure for players coming out of C, but he will eventually drop. Now, 2 caps still in the favor of Envy. Lead starting to increase bit by bit. Nothing insurmountable. We talk about as casters, when you get to that 20-point lead on these small maps, it can be tough to overcome, but there they get beat.
There it is. So 59-42. Ricky going to hold it down here, see if anybody pushes there. They're going to kind of hold on to this setup. He pushes up, gets taken out. Formal picks up a 2-piece, so that's going to be Ricky and Killa down for Nation. Miracles is going to get taken out by JCap. So back and forth these 2 teams are going, and 3 Envy players are right there.
And they're going to get away.
Yeah,
a lot of times it's risky, though, when you get B with 3. Sometimes those nades fly in.
The trophy sister came out, thankfully. But the next thing you know, Semtex comes in and the party's over real quick.
You're 3 down, and it gets flipped really fast. But they're able to get it there. 50 seconds left. They still have control. The lead continues to increase. Nameless gets 1. He's going to try and peek right. Not able to take out that player. 1 down for either side. Merc in a similar spot gets the assist. There's 1 more he saw wrapping gateside. They're going to know he got through. What player is that? That's going to be Miracles, who's in a good position to neutral C. You see 1 player coming back that's going to have to try and deal with that. We'll watch this engagement here. The gunfight is going to be lost. It was close.
Yeah, I thought he might have got the stick there. And Ricky hanging out. He's going to try to solo cap this one. He's got a player right in front of him. He's going to get that kill. Woo-hoo! Picks up another, taking out both JCap and Nameless, and he almost solo capped that.
Yeah,
he didn't neutralize it, but Membos comes in with a nice nade and another kill on Formal. And now OpTic Nation's going to try to pull this one out. They've got 2 players on it. Now it's going to be 3, so they should be able to get the cap, and they do. Nice pickup by them. 84-61 is going to be your final score in the first half. So
too little, too late, though. They got 3 down. They were able to get B, but I think it was like 4 seconds when the cap actually went through, so not even really getting any points for that. But they might have been able to delay at least 1 more tick there from Envy. But when we look at the first side, I wanted to say mostly for me it came down to slaying, but when you look at it, not really. What are they? Maybe 4 kill difference between the 2 sides.
It's not a huge discrepancy. I mean, you look at Merc; he's doing a little bit more, weight than some of the other players, but only minimal, a couple of kills there. So it's been just more them being at the right place at the right time and then being able to hold it. So 23 points is certainly manageable, especially if OpTic Nation can come out off the get-go and just start doing something here. So Formal playing back here. He's going to get taken out by Embo, switching over to Nameless. And he's going to have a good spot here with that AR if he can get some kills and make it happen. He was trying to get a wall bang there. Nice retreat, but he does get some help from JCap down below. and they've got a good setup. They don't need to really rush B.
Exactly.
They just need to keep Nation off of it. I mean, I like how they're playing this one.
I was just going to say, like, where he is, Nameless, that won't work maybe mid-game once everyone has caps. But when B is neutral like that and you have a big lead, you can sit there. Get those iron boots on, pick up kills, make sure you keep them off. But Killa and crew here trying to get the first. They do get B. That's big. They needed to try and get that. But we talked about how dangerous it can be to have multiple players on it when the nades come in. They are going to drop. They only have one up. That's the tricky part. We'll see if Miracles, he's going to have huge plays to try and keep them off of B. But no one on Envy with that 3 down really tried to make any plays towards B. So it is going to stay in the hands right now of OpTic. But who is it? It's Formal that was on it, not able to flip it. Nameless last alive right now, but this is a great play by him.
Nice.
Pushes their home cap, working the neutral. He actually has time to get the whole thing.
And he's actually drawing all 3 players back to A, too. So not even that they're communicating that someone's going to handle it. It's going to take two more players from OpTic Nation.
And he gets away.
And he's out. So now he's going to go. I wonder he's going to wait to let them get it, but get off some of these kills there. Not going to be able to do that. So that was a tough break. If he could get some of those kills, it would have allowed Merc a little bit more time, who ultimately just got taken out there. So OpTic Nation doing a good job kind of just chiseling away at Envy's lead here coming back into this.
Well, we're going to watch Bose. He's weak now. We're a player that said really need to step it up after the Nashville event. We'll see what he can get done right now. He's got a player to his right. We'll get this engagement. Not able to win that gunfight. Merc is going to turn on him there. Just over 3 to play. The lead is down to 15. So ON doing a good job of climbing back in this a bit. They still have AB control. Merc going to drop as well. J-Cap was last alive. He was on B. So that's going to be a kind of another delayed 4 down for OpTic Nation. Great job controlling the map there. We're watching Ricky. He's up top here, getting grenades everywhere. He saw players going to push left into fire. He's in a good spot. When you get on the mid-opposing side of the map, you can pick up some easy kills as players try to filter out here, not able to pick up the second whiz.
That was close. That was close. As we jump on board with the Embos, you've got Nation here only about 9 points away from taking the lead. They've had great control on B. Jumping on now with Envious in the eyes of Merc here. He's got a player in front of him. He's not going to be able to get that kill. As he gets taken out, we switch over to J-Cap, who does pick up Ricky there. And now Envy's going to try to make a cap here. J-Cap solo capping. So he's going to have to win this gunfight. He knows someone there at green gets taken out.
And this is close. What is it? It's down to 6 now. OpTic Nation climbing back in this one, but B is neutral. So for right now, this works out for Envy. Time is on their side. Points are on their side. They don't need to get in a situation where they're going to lose 2 or 3 on B. They can play it a bit slower. The pressure is on OpTic Nation. We'll watch Ricky right now. He's left side white. Did he see that player? Third story. Looks like he was trying to check. He might have got eyes on him. Trying to look for that. He's going to get pushed here. Lose that gunfight. 3 down right now. Bose is last alive. I'm going to watch and see. It's up to him. He's going to have to get big kills. He will drop. We should see a flip here. Yes, it is going to be B control to Envy.
Nice shooting there as he was able to pick up some critical kills. Switching on with Nameless, who's up here on red 3, trying to get some shots in, not able to connect. But again, holding it down. They've got control of B now, 1 minute and 35 seconds left. They can just make sure they play smart. They don't have to get too aggressive here, just holding off OpTic Nation's pushes. You got somebody over there on the cargo. He's able to pick up that kill. And now Nameless just making work there. But I will say Formal picked up 2 of his own in the bottom of the kill feed, if you saw that. Nameless continuing to do work. He's running low on ammo as he's going to have to pull out that Vector. And they've got a good setup. I mean, they got to feel pretty comfortable here. Nameless is getting kills. You can see OpTic. That was huge.
His lip
right
bows
there.
up there. He gets wall banged ultimately. We talked about at the beginning here that Envy, when they're firing all cylinders, that's when they play their best. Look across the board.
Yes,
no one
exactly.
really behind. I mean, they all are pretty much putting up similar numbers. Nameless and Merc, the ones getting it done on the objective side. 3 down right now for OpTic Nation. The 3 cap is on. It's over. That's going to bury it for them. Not even really going to be enough time on the clock here soon for an OpTic Nation 3 cap to come back. And this is one that it was about a 20-point lead there for Envy for a long time. OpTic Nation finally climbed back in on it, but when it came
they had a good run in that second. Nation did in that second half, but I mean, what was it? I think we were looking at like an 8-point difference when the B was neutral, with 1 minute and some change on the clock, and Envy ended up just taking control of it. So OpTic Nation, valiant effort there in the second half, but I mean, Envy, look at that. Everybody pretty much shooting 24 and above. You'll take that any day. And it makes for your team that no one has to go above 30 to get the slaying job done because everyone's winning their gunfights. And you've got Merc and Nameless who were able to get the critical caps when they needed to for a team. It allowed J-Cap and Formal kind of run around, do their thing, and get kills. Perfectly executed by Envy. They're going to take game number 1. That was pretty much the general consensus. Everyone felt that they were going to be able to take that one. So all smiles and high fives coming out of the Envy camp.
Well, we talk about, in prior Call of Duties, you always had that kind of objective role. There isn't so much an objective player in Ghost. It is much more of a run-and-gun game. That's why TP saw so much success, because TP could probably start as a Slayer on most squads.
Yeah, it's crazy. He's the best objective player in the game because he is such a potent Slayer on top of his objective work.
You can't really, in Ghost, have your quote-unquote objectives
Sure.
go -10, -20. Killa in that one was the one that kind of lagged a little bit behind. You saw kind of an even result across the boards for Envy. Same with the rest of the team for OpTic Nation. Killa, though,
he went 18 and 30.
Had a bit of a rough one.
Yeah,
he lagged a bit behind. And when you have that result against a team that is as talented as Envy, it's really tough to keep up. But the next game is going to be S&D Warhawk. This is the one we said previously.
Nation.
Owen has to win this game, or it may get ugly quickly. We are going to go to a quick commercial break. Don't go anywhere. Tweet the stream. Tell your friends. Tell your family. It's getting crazy.
Sweet, spicy, savory. Enjoy it all, because Red Lobster's one and only endless shrimp is now. Endless choices, endless variety. Kick it up with our spicy new wood-grilled sriracha shrimp. And it's back, Parmesan-crusted shrimp scampi. The year's largest variety of shrimp flavors. So many to explore. As much as you like, any way you like, endless shrimp is here. But not for long, so hurry in and see food differently.
These vehicles need more than a road. They need a runway. Because with this much power and innovation, they won't be driving too fast. They'll be flying too low.
Now get 0% financing for 72 months or up to $5,000 total cash allowance on 2014 Dodge vehicles.
These vehicles need more than a road. They need a runway. Because with this much power and innovation, they won't be driving too fast. They'll be flying too low.
Now get 0% financing for 72 months or up to $5,000 total cash allowance on 2014 Dodge vehicles.
Welcome back to the Maven and Fwiz show here in the Call of Duty Season 3 playoffs at the new MLG Columbus Arena. And we've had one hell of a start to the Saturday, some crazy series. We finally had a 3-0 from OpTic Gaming.
Yeah.
They really stepped up in the last series. But if you're just tuning in, what we have going on right now is going to be Envy versus OpTic Nation. So back-to-back OpTic games. You saw a good result as an OpTic fan the last game. We'll see if Nation can come back being down 0-1 right now.
Yeah, because, I mean, a lot of, since these OpTic games went back-to-back, you were probably, as an OpTic fan, hyped up with what Gaming was able to do because last night they were pretty disappointing. It was a close match, but that Game 5 was, wildly disappointing for OpTic fans out there.
They had a player disappear kind of in every game, and then all four.
And then Scump literally lost to Stums in game number 5. So they were able to find it. That 3-0 is probably what they needed for themselves,
enjoy the death threats you're getting for that one.
Yeah, I know, right? My Twitter's going to get deactivated by the time I get back to it. And then you go into Nation. This is a tough matchup for them. They've got to play at a high level for them to be able to pull this one out. They were kind of doing some things right in that domination game, but they weren't, that was Envy's to lose there, to be honest with you.
Not only is this a key player matchup, we're going to look up, this is the most important game we talked about for us here in this series. Now, looking at this is, again, the online stats against each other. 1.47 S&D KD for Nameless. That's ridiculous. Ricky, not too shabby either with 1.26.
Especially with how much Ricky carries the bomb and gets the bomb down for his squad, too.
Yeah,
so you're looking at a Slayer versus an objective player for his team, so you can see Nameless, the only reason he got 3% plants is him picking it up from a dead objective player's body.
3%, I think he actually maybe avoided picking it up.
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh, well, the bomb's down. I'm last alive. I'm just going to leave it. I'll go get kills.
I know. It is that low. So Ricky's a very impressive search and destroy player. I think, again, what Kill is able to do as well for this team. OpTic Nation has more, they've got the skill set to pull this one out away from Envy, but they need to do that. They don't have any choice. If they're going to have any shot at pulling this series out, it starts with them. And I think, honestly, Envy's their biggest roadblock. Fizzerp had a lot of truth when he said OpTic Nation has the potential to win this tournament, but going through Envy is just a hell of a roadblock for these guys.
Well, look at this stat. OpTic Nation, 75% win rate on S&D, Envy 53%. So both of them win at a high rate. 75, though, quite a bit better than 53.
That's insane. If you think about all the matches, that's how, 75% is a pretty profound number for this team. So they should they should be able to pull this one out.
Now, one thing to point out, maybe those of you that aren't that familiar with the S&D Warhawk, is very different than every other S&D in this game. This is one of the few maps, the only map where offense
in the history of Call of Duty
is favored over defense.
We'll
go on with the offense here. We're going to go with Miracles, who was the crazy beast S&D player yesterday. Now, well, look, you pretty much see everyone. Look at they're going to have a huge flank coming, I think.
Yeah, this is a great strat that's coming out. So you go ahead and you overload A. If they're not running down the lane, then you can assume, obviously, that they're at B. So it allows you to. However, Embos is going to cover the flank here, but this is going to leave Miracles exposed because someone's at Water Tower. He gets taken out. So it's a risky play there, but now they've overwhelmed it because you didn't get the bomb down right away at B. You're now completely overwhelmed by this team. So Ricky and Embos pick up 2 very big kills on Formal and Nameless to kind of turn the tide. So now it's a 2v2. You got JCap and Merc going against Embos and Ricky. This is a good matchup.
Ricky saw him. He's going to challenge. He's going to lose that gunfight, though. Bo's going to be last alive versus Merc and JCap. Good start for Envy. They had one player really defending B, and he killed the bomb carrier, even though 3 were flanking. Good stuff. And they are in a spot to hold this down. 30 seconds left on the clock. Bomb's down there. Is he going to check loading? He's just going to sprint. He's crazy.
Yeah, that was reckless. Because I like what he did because he went through gate because he knew that both of them were down on that side, right? That one was either by white truck, and he knew that one was in loading docks. Obviously not if he just scrambled there.
Yeah,
but
he did not.
I thought he was making. I thought he was making that assumption by going that way to kind of cut him off, but not able to pull it out there. Great strat by Envy off the very get-go of that map. So let's see how they're able to do it as we jump on the offensive side of things. Merc, who was able to get 3 kills in that last round, is definitely the hot hand, and they're going to give him the bomb as they are making an A push. Usually you see more people go B bomb route here. It's not that A is unconventional. It's just probably the less traveled route, but they're set up great as they were able to move quickly into the A bomb site. Nation's going to have to kind of come back and try to compensate for that.
And we'll see. They have a player from Quebec. He's going to win that gunfight, but the nades do come in, and just like that, Formal left by himself. He's got the sniper. Going to be able to get the close-range snipe there. He's got 2 left to beat. Oh, he's nuts. He's going to pull the sniper here, peek this corner. Oh, God, there's the headshot. 1v1. Ricky versus Formal. He's heating up with the sniper.
He's over there.
And is he going to get an angle? He doesn't. This is going to be
I
wild.
think he definitely knows he's over there. The way it just seems like the way Formal's playing, he has an idea that he's over there.
And there's the 1v3 from Formal. Look at the smile.
Yeah, I bet.
Both of those
Yo,
snipes.
that was nuts. That was snipes to the face like that, too. And then
you don't usually see him in that 5 to 10 yard radius either much in this game.
Let alone literally within 3 inches. I mean, somebody just rolled up and just took him out. So nice shooting. Yeah, Ricky's even like, you got to be kidding me.
Oh, fantastic.
Ricky, I got the same face. If I was playing, I would have the same face.
Well, that's, you saw him being the sniper when he first came over. One of the best snipers in Halo history, showing it there. We're going to kick things off with Bose. He's going to be one rocking the Ricky Remington here as he is going to throw that concussion across. He'll be the one it looks like watching the flank. Not as quick of a 3-person flank. They're kind of spread across the map right now.
Let's see. Embo's just playing a little bit patiently here. You can see your bomb carrier Miracles. He's kind of hanging out. They moved in last time towards B so quickly. Miracles tried to get the bomb down. He was punished by Water Tower. You can tell that he's not going to make that same mistake twice. Now he's going to get it bombed as Killa was able to pick up. But now Nameless comes from post. So I can tell that Miracles is going to get frustrated here soon because he's not getting the coverage. Like, you just, give him 5 seconds so he can get the bomb down. Ricky's going to pick up a nice kill there on Nameless, leaving only Merc up for Envy in a 2v1. He does pick up 1v1, Killa versus Merc. Let's see how this one goes down. They do know where the bomb is because Nameless took out Miracles. They're more than aware that it's sitting on B.
All right, let's see. We might be able to give you guys some split-screen action here. We're going to try and get Killa and Merc for both of you right now so you can watch how this plays out. We're watching Merc right now. There you go. We got both screens for you. 22 seconds left. There comes a knife from Killa. Well, that's a crazy one to watch on the split screen.
No.
Here I come.
Because I'm a killer. Look at that. Oh, man, Merc was like...
Where did that come from? The terrifying Wookiee beard.
Yeah, I mean, he was probably scared after that. So nice play by OpTic Nation at the hands of Killa. They're going to get a point on the board, and they needed that for a lot of reasons. You don't want to go down 3-0 and search, man.
No, you don't. And I'm going to start off with Merck really carrying the load right now. Hard to not start here after that hot sniping round we saw out of him last time. He's going to be the one watching gate. I'm going to actually switch to Merck because he's going to want to be a little more aggressive here. There's a player on the defense who got in close. He ran the bomb. They actually got eyes on him. First blood going to go to Merck. Bo's down. Nameless down as well. We're in a 3v3 here. There's 2 players on defense kind of around Zig. It's going to be difficult for him to get this bomb down. As soon as he tries, he's going to get pushed. But Formal picks up 2 more. Ricky last alive here, trying to get in shots, and he will eventually drop to Merck. But look at, well, I said it's been the Merck and Formal show, and they pick up 2 more each. They're both 7-2. The other half of their team, Nameless and JCap, currently account for 1 kill.
Yeah, JCap started slow last game, but he ended up doing well because remember, we were pretty impressed with how everybody in Envy ended up finishing. But it's also, look, 1-0 is not okay, but when you have 2 teammates that are just like destroying, it's also hard to get kills at that point too. So when you're playing well, I mean, 14 kills, they're taking a lot of them off the board away from Nameless and JCap. So we'll see if that's going to continue. I don't see why it wouldn't, as we are on board with Miracles. He's 0-4, but can't give him any flack because he hasn't got the coverage to get a bomb down. Yeah. And now it's making him have to play like way more passive as he's trying to wait till somebody gets a first blood. And even when he did, Killer got a first blood last time, he was vulnerable to the post office. So he is not going to plant here until he is certain that he has some coverage.
The 2 times he tried to plant, there was really only 1 player from Envy in position to kill him,
and
2 players covering him, and the coverage did not happen. So you got to think he's screaming at his team. He's very frustrated right now. If he gets picked here again,
he's got this. He's in a good area. He's got nobody post office. He'll be able to get it down, and he did. Yeah, so you got 2 players kind of over in the water tower area. And he was able to get out. Now it's only Miracles and Embos that are up here, and they're in a 2v3 situation. Embos is going to take out JCap and even it up at a 2v2. So this is going to allow to open it up. Now Miracle's going to go all the way around here, so he'll be able to push from the water tower side. Formal's already down here trying to make a play, so they've kind of swapped sides. Embos going to get the kill on Formal, 2v1. Miracles and Embos up, going against Merc. Merc's right here trying to get some shots off, does get a hit marker, picks up the kill, 13 seconds left. And let's see what they're able to do is right in front of him. And he does see him there. He's going to get the kill, but not able to get the defuse. So, and the disrespect,
salty.
Man. You don't really see that out of Merc too much, but at 9-2, he's feeling fresh.
Oh, he really is. He's playing incredibly. You know, people said G Fenity, really, that was kind of a breakout ghost event for him and Formal. They both just played out of their minds. And since then, they've just been incredible sub-players for this side. And still, I mean, I'll keep saying it. Look at this. They account for 17 of their 19 kills right now.
Yeah, that's pretty insane.
All right, so let's go on with Merc on the 4 streak. He is the bomb carrier as well. Again, offense, the favored side in S&D Warhawk. We'll see if they'll be able to get this one down uncontested. On the flip side, OpTic Nation, that was really the first time they were able to get it down uncontested, and it resulted in a win.
And Merc going to get this bomb down. He looks like he'll have no problem. As you can see, all the OM players are middle street here. So the bomb does get down. Envy's actually in a good setup to stop this. Merc's going to pick up 1, Killer pushing through. He's going to wait to see if anybody else does come through. And, it's tough, man. We see it on the Oracle, so it's always just plain as day when we see it. But Merc was not able to do the same. Embos takes out Nameless, switching over to Formal. And he's going to have to hold down 3 guys from the loading dock. This is going to be tough.
He gets 1. There's another one basically by White Truck. I think the other was he rotated the gate, actually. He saw that player, but the pinch is coming. As soon as he pokes, he's in trouble. He's going to drop there, and they have just enough time. That was close. He needed to survive, 3-4 more seconds?
I know.
Would have delayed that, but it's tough in a 1v3.
Yeah, in a 1v3, and even at that point, since he was getting pinched, he had to push one of the players. And that it's tough coming out of loading docks because when you jump out, you're just so vulnerable to everybody. So 3-3. These guys are going toe-to-toe with one another. It's exactly what we expected. We'll see how, honestly, though, think about where this game would be if Envy had JCap and Nameless just kind of contribute just a little bit more. Also, we continue to talk about Miracles. The guy just can't get, the bomb down enough. He's only been able to get 1 plant out of all of these runs here. So Nation's going to have to be a little bit stronger on offense. But great first blood by both.
Yep, he was the guy. He's been the guy watching the flank, but Formal's going to answer back with the snipe there. So a bit of a trade working out in the favor. Well, it really just depends if they can get the bomb down. That's going to be Miracles. He's actually poking up, trying to help here. Did he get eyes on that player? He did. That player is going to run away, going to rotate back in here to post. He's got pretty much a free bomb plan if he gets a little bit of coverage. Who's the player mid-map, though? That's going to be Merc.
Somebody's got to cover his post because now he's going to get pushed from post if no one picks this up.
He's got time to stop it. And he gets caught again, man. Miracles has got to be so frustrated right now. It's unbelievable. He's going to get both. Are they talking to each other right now? Ricky, last alive in a 1v3.
Sloppy.
And, that's really what it's been. That's not what you expect from OpTic Nation. The team that's supposed to be arguably the best at S&D. They're leaving Miracles all by himself. He just doesn't have any coverage. And they know the game better than I do. But I can tell when I'm seeing I can tell when I'm seeing someone not get covered trying to get that bomb plant down.
Absolutely. So that's going to be another one for Envy, as Merc was able to just get behind enemy lines and put another 2 very critical kills on the board as he was able to push the bomb planter and Docs. So now 4-3.
The one bright side, though, Fwiz, for OpTic Nation, since the slang has been, coming from Merc and Formal so much, they are ahead in kills. This has been pretty back and forth. If it comes down to around 11, though, the favor technically would be with OpTic Nation right now.
Right. Yeah, it's true. For Bizarre, obviously, because you want to be on offense, you actually want to have less kills if the overtime comes around, which at the rate of each round being exchanged between these two teams is very likely at this point. Merc looking around, sees somebody
lose that one to kill him.
Oh, and that was tough, man. I think his shot he didn't follow it along, so he wasn't able to get the kill. Mbos takes out JCap. And, we talked a lot about how Formal and Merc have been playing. Mbos has been playing phenomenal for the Nation over here. At 11-6, he's also had some very critical kills that have set the tone for his team when they've won the round. Nameless going to take out Killa. And here, again, Formal is all alone in yet another 3v1 situation.
Yeah, and he's in trouble. I mean, he's got to get the bomb, which is just sitting between a triangle of OpTic Nation players. He's got one right to his left. He's going to drop pretty much immediately. So, again, back and forth. It's 4-4. We're going to go into round 9. Let me just do a tally real quick. It's 23 kills for OpTic Nation, and I believe 26 right now for Envy. So, yeah, they're still...
Good simple addition, Maven.
I know. I went to schools.
That's great.
So, the one thing to look at, it's funny because you'll actually see in this, if you can't win the round, you'll see players actually try to not pick up kills.
Yeah, that's why you never like seeing a search and destroy a map that's offensive sided, because then you kind of change the way and your play style in a negative way. But let's see how they're able to handle that. Miracle is obviously continuing to hold the bomb. Now, he was able to get a plant earlier, but we've spoken every round, about the struggle that Nation's had there. Ricky's going to draw first blood on Nameless. However, JCap returns the favor, but only 2 Envy players up, but Merc there is just on fire. So Killa and Miracles, as Killa drops, it's Miracles all alone here. And a 2v1, and now because of how much time stuck, he's got to get out of there. He doesn't. Formal picks up the kill.
Yeah, Formal got the snipe there on the other player, and then while he was switching his sub, was able to jump back and keep while weak and just crush right there. 13-4 for Merc, 13-5 for Formal, 26 now of their 30. That's just ridiculous.
Yeah, that's stupid. That's insane. Both of them having 13 kills. You see sometimes one player.
Yeah, usually it's one guy in S&D
like
goes off.
Mbos has got 13 for his squad.
And Miracle's 1-8, but again, we've talked at length about why he's struggling right now.
Yeah, I'm not going to give him too much flack just because of the way that his objective work has been struggled because of his teammates. Now, 5-4 here. This is obviously a huge stop that Nation needs to make here to push this in overtime, because they will get offense if they can do that. So let's see how it plays out. Oh my gosh.
That all just ended in
you blinked
3.5 seconds, and
it's
everyone just drops.
If the video buffered for a second, you just missed the entire round there, as 3 Envy players almost in quick succession was able to take out all of the OpTic Nation players. So 6-4 is going to be your final score. Team Envy going up 2-0, and that was a tough loss for OpTic Nation. They really needed to pull that one out, and they know it.
Well, that's we talked about JCap and Nameless struggling, but they picked up 3 out of the 4 kills in the deciding round.
They got it done at the end.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the final round, the one that closes out, the one that matters most. You can look at the stat line there, just ridiculous numbers out of Merc, Formal, and Mbos. I don't consider myself as knowledgeable as a professional player, but what I saw there on OpTic Nations, they struggled on offense is where you can't struggle on Warhawk, and for me, it was just not great coverage on Miracles while he was trying to get those bomb plants down. You cannot let that happen. We saw one, I think it was probably 2 or 3, where there were 3 OpTic Nation players around B, and 1 player from Envy managed to slither through and get that.
And that's a communication thing. And whether it starts with not informing the team when you're going down for the plant, you can't always expect them to be on the mini-map and paying attention to that. So it starts with that, because every time he was vulnerable or was exposed to a location that nobody was looking, so someone would come from post, or the only time that I saw that was reckless is when he put it down and they didn't play for a pick and he got taken out by Water Tower. But Miracles, no doubt, was probably frustrated with that last game. But you gotta look. You're down 2-0 to Envious. You gotta put that behind you immediately. Now they've got to rally to win 3 straight.
And whether this is basketball, hockey, whatever, that Game 3, that Game 5, the swing game in your best of series is a huge one. So we're going to go in the Game 3 blitz that is going to be on Freight. On paper, you got to think this is one that favors Envy, unfortunately, for OpTic Nation. But we do have more COD to come. If you're an OpTic fan, get on Twitter, get hyped. They need the support. Quick commercial break. We'll be right back.
Into the light, slowly heal the darkness in my heart. I hear you now, a taste was all I needed. I feel your love.
Sweet, spicy, savory. Enjoy it all, because Red Lobster's one and only endless shrimp is now. Endless choices, endless variety. Kick it up with our spicy new wood-grilled sriracha shrimp. And it's back, Parmesan crusted shrimp scampi. The year's largest variety of shrimp flavors. So many to explore. As much as you like, any way you like, endless shrimp is here. But not for long, so hurry in and see food differently.
These vehicles need more than a road. They need a runway. Because with this much power and innovation, they won't be driving too fast. They'll be flying too low.
Now get 0% financing for 72 months or up to $5,000 total cash allowance on 2014 Dodge vehicles.
These vehicles need more than a road. They need a runway. Because with this much power and innovation, they won't be driving too fast. They'll be flying too low.
Now get 0% financing for 72 months or up to $5,000 total cash allowance on 2014 Dodge vehicles.
All right, welcome back to Saturday here at the MLG COD Season 3 playoffs. Real quick, I want to give a shout-out here. This helps. I mean, 80% of our knowledge basically comes from this as
82%.
casters. A real quick shout-out. One, follow these guys on Twitter. It's at CETV Stats and at COD_Stats. All the numbers you hear us throw out, all the graphics you see. We don't have elves in the back that are coming up with this stuff.
No elves.
We don't. I mean, that would be magical. The movie Elf, fantastic.
Benson's a hobbit, so
he's
not an elf.
little.
Know the difference.
Very, very furry feet. But seriously, props to those guys. Big shout out. They make what we do so much easier. But let's go into the key matchup for this one. Going to be Freight Blitz. We talked about it before. This is one we thought Indy was going to win. The last game was the one we thought OpTic Nation had to win,
that they should win, but did not win.
Yeah. So, game number 3, talk to me. We should have a graphic for you guys in just a second on the key matchup for this one. But for you, outside of who are you looking to? I mean, I think of sub players in this and Blitz because you're the ones that are going to. And obviously, they're all going to be running 4 subs. You know what I mean? The ones that play fast and loose.
Yeah.
So the formals, the Mercs, I would say, from Envy. On the flip side, Miracles and Killer, I think we need to see get it going. They really, really do. And this is the swing game. Here we go. Key player matchup. We're looking at J-Cap versus Ricky. Boys, tell me what you see when you look at this.
Look, the first thing we always focus on is the KD, right? So, I mean, on Blitz, you've got J-Cap against OpTic Nation with a 1.27 KD. So that's, you've got somebody that can at least knock players off the map. Now, he's not going to be the guy that's necessarily going out, rallying out caps for the team, pushing across map, but he's able to at least have some good map control, which is winning his gunfights. Then you got Ricky here, who will be the guy trying to wiggle around behind enemy lines and get some caps. And I think, it's hard for me to be, optimistic about OpTic Nation pulling this game out. I would be fearful to play NV for SMGs on Blitz with that squad. And especially knowing how well Merc and Formal were just destroying in that search and destroy with the Vector. Yeah. I just wouldn't want to have to go against this team in a Blitz game, particularly on Freight. Now, it will be interesting to see how Kilo uses maybe some, pulls out the smoke on Blitz and, if they try to do some different things here and switch it up. I mean, Envy has the highest win rate on Blitz Freight at 67%, but Nation's not far, 10% difference there at 57%. So these teams know how to get it done here. More often than not, they do end up winning this map, so we'll see how it goes between the squads. But with the momentum, they're up 2-0. I think Nation might be a little bit frustrated with how that Search and Destroy game played out, so you got to wonder if they can shake that off. Is that... I don't hear the team communication. They might be fine and might not be thinking about it, but at the same time, I wonder if there's some turmoil because of it.
You're going to be hearing, so I'll make sure that happens.
Yeah, we got to do a team chat.
Oh, we will. But the thing, it's scary even more for applications. They played Freight Gamma. So it's similar angles. It plays, I know they're different game types, but it still plays similar at times. JCap is going to kick things off here with Remington, just light it up to start everything off. Going to get that original map control. And we'll see here, there's already a player pushing through Crate side. But we're going to focus. We're going to give you guys a treat here. We are going to go to Turtle Beach team chat with the side of OpTic Nation and hear what Ryan's talking about. Can they muster the strength? Can they pull it together for this game 3?
Mid-alley, beat on.
He's there, beat him. They're going to open our door. I just turned off already. Beat him, man. Wait, they're hurting. Flank, double one flank. Up top. Watch our top or something.
Top white, front door. Top white's one shot. Front door.
Front door, one shot. Nice.
Top white was one shot. We gotta get white control.
He's up top.
And up top. Top white, you gotta kill this kid quick. Top white. That's top white. Just push left. Don't give him our base.
He's there.
Left. We're against
Adam.
Nobody at our front door. Nobody in our base.
Go. You gotta close that. You gotta get that. Bottom white.
Bottom white. That's two dead.
Towards the door. He's one towards the door. Go in middle alley.
Let's go. Two dead.
Let's go. Let's go.
Their front door's open.
Slay one more time, guys. Slay one more time.
I'm flanking. Go.
Right.
He went back right. Cap was right. And what's far left? He's going in our bottom white right now.
He's one shot.
Bottom white. Is your white train? Yeah, white train. That's you. Nice.
There's two of them at the hard point. Two of them at the hard point.
That's two.
Two of them at their portal.
Only down. Nice. Tie game. Let's go. White train. Far right train.
Dude.
He went top white. I got cross. I have all cross. We gotta get this one kid. It's nameless. One's white train. Far left white train. Far left white train. That's huge. I beat down the right. Jen. He ran back.
Yep. He ran back.
Nice. That's two down. I know that kid is. Nice. Go. Open that door. I'm opening fire.
I opened it. I went left, guys.
I'm pitching.
I got some rotating.
Back red. Let's go.
Come on, get that one.
I got the cap. I'll get the cap. Good job. Let's go.
No, he's on the portal.
I got it.
Nice. On the portal.
You killed him all.
Push. Don't let him go. He went top.
What's up? Gonna jump out. Go, Jen. You see him. Nice, Ricky. Let's go, baby. Far left alley.
I threw a stun over.
Far left alley.
He's done. Let's go. No, he's down one shot, dude.
Anthony's done. No, he got my.
Bring her back.
Up the middle. Get down.
Let's get it. Go.
Middle. We're going white. Yeah, we're tied. We gotta get back. Go to white first. Perfect.
I didn't see anyone. I'm in white though.
I got Scott. Oh no.
Top white.
Two red. Alright.
I don't see him white.
Middle map.
We're good. Everyone chill. Hey, fucking wait. Inside white.
One shot by the way. Front door, man. It's fine. Damn it. Top bottom. What? Top white. Nice. Two. There's somewhere else by our base. Either top or bottom.
He gets it.
Nice. He's always bottom. He's just
I'm good enough.
Just go.
Oh my
That's
God.
dead. Go. That's all dead. Push. Hey, stay up. Slow down. Yeah, slow. Just stay up. Let's go.
Yeah, behind me, Jensen. One gate alley. Behind me, Jensen, gate alley.
Man. Beat down, push.
We can't be playing for sinks here. We gotta slay out. Let's go.
I'm slaying.
Let's go. Only down 3, nothing.
Let's go.
Go. Good job.
Three. Go. Let's get Go. Let's go. Just cap.
Go. Find your battle.
Let's go. We're down 3. Let's get like one cap here. Just slay. Let's go.
I got your back.
Top fire.
Back red. Matt, watch your door here. She's gonna be coming to you.
Nothing red.
Far left.
Nice one, Eric.
Two red.
One's weak. Two red. One shot.
One shot. That's huge.
Yeah.
Beat down.
Second story. White train.
Ed, I want to be down.
No, I'm looking white door.
I spawned white.
Fine. I got white door.
Mid-alley. Let's go.
Open front door.
You went. Alright, give it to him. Go. Main door, man. Main door.
That's the last one. He went back out. We might got some front.
Stay alive, Adam. Stay alive.
Let's go.
Nice. Go. We gotta get to you, Adam. Try to slay as much as you can.
Another one, man. He's one shot.
All right, welcome back. Fwiz, unfortunately, it can be the volume's a little low for us to hear the players to a degree, but I can hear it sounded like a bit of frustration at times, and that reflects in the score. It's 6-2. They're being outslayed right now, and they've got their work cut out for them as we're going to be going into a second side.
And we'll see what they're able to do. I had my cough button down there, man. Merc able to pick up a kill there on Ricky, so Envy doing a little bit more of what they've already been doing with a 4-cap lead there. Obviously, yeah, there's some frustration with the OpTic Nation team here. They don't want to lose 3-0, that's for sure. As now Nameless has got 2 and his sights 3. Almost picked that up, but was able to get 2 of them. Nice shooting from him.
And we did the MD series yesterday, and I think it was Freight Blitz as well for Game 3, and that's when Nameless heated up. Remember, he went on that crazy streak. All of a sudden, he was out to like 19-8 or something like that. He was playing out of his mind, and I'm going to flip back to him as he's 18-10 right now with 1 cap, really getting the slaying done. Seconds ticking away. It's going to be a 5-point advantage, but there's one player that might be able to sneak in. 1 second left on the clock, and he punches it through.
Goodness.
That's JCap with nothing left on the clock to push this out to 8-2.
They laid it on thick there, man. They had just a little bit of jelly at the end just to get it up. So 6-cap lead, man.
I'm a peanut butter sandwich only.
Yeah, that was you.
No
You
jelly.
appreciated
No
my
jelly for
PB
me.
and J.
Oh, yes, I did.
Yeah, thank you. I'm glad you appreciate that.
Lather it on there.
Analogy. You don't do jelly?
No, I
Just
as a
straight
kid,
peanut
I
butter.
loved me some strawberry jelly, but now I'm strictly crunchy peanut butter.
Crunchy too, man.
glass
You're
of-
weird
glass
too.
of- glass of
Crunchy,
milk.
straight peanut butter. Well, all right. Well, we'll agree to disagree.
All right, so
maybe.
who do you want to kick things off? You know, we were on with, about 4
Yeah,
minutes straight of
yeah. We got to
OpTic
go
Nation. Let's
with some envy love
give
now.
Envy a little bit of love.
We're gonna get kicked out of
Unfortunately,
here.
we're having a little bit of issues just with the setup for their listening, so we are just going to walk you through kind of their setup here as they continue to try and do this sweep. Again, this would be the only second 3-0 of the weekend if they were able to pull this
Back-to-back
off.
3-0s, and
Yeah.
that's the only 2 that have existed so far. If they are able to pull this off with a 6-cap lead, there's still plenty of time to swing this in OpTic Nation's favor, but it doesn't seem like Envy's kind of letting up on these players at all.
Well, and this is one where you do have teams that have a very preferred side. You'll see big swings in this one sometimes, but they're going to attack one more, and the lead's actually going to extend right now to 7 as Formal's on a 3-kill streak. Picking up kills everyone that writes out. 3 down right now for OpTic Nations. We have 4th in front right now. Cleans that up. He's at 1 to his right. Should be able to fire through the trap. He lets his teammate get through and tried to push the spawn there, but will get dropped. But he helped his team fire that one through. Lead extended to 8.
And on board here with Nameless, we've obviously stuck on with him. He's 20-11. He's on a roll, just killing everybody in sight. He's got 3 consecutive kills to his name here, and I don't think he's done yet. He sees someone up to his right, picks up that kill. It's going to be on Embos. 10-2 in favor of Envy with an 8-cap lead. 3 minutes and 43 seconds left on the clock here. Nameless still behind here. Finally, Ricky able to just address Nameless and get him out of there.
And JCap coming up top. This is the route we all love. See that little jump into the cap. Gets 2. JCap fires another one through. After that clutch last-second cap inside number 1. Continuing stuff here. Owen able to answer back. But as we're 90 seconds into side number 2, the lead has done nothing but increase from side 1. Things not looking good for OpTic Nation right now. But JCap is the only player alive. But look at this. They think they have everything done. There's a lapse in communication. They know there's 3 down. They're going to leave Cap completely alone here. Cap for another cap.
He can't believe it. He's like,
where'd everybody go?
Guess I'll just walk in here, and he's able to get it.
Who gave me these goodies?
And 9-cap lead now, so it's dwindling, but OpTic Nation able to get one on the board here, as I'm not sure who was able to pull that cap in, but Merc answers it, so still staying at 9 with 2 minutes and 50 seconds left, so Envy looking very good here. Although Merc maybe not being high in the slaying categories, he's been able to put caps on the board and rally those out. JCap having a phenomenal game at 20 kills and 5 caps, but Nameless, the guy that's kind of setting the tone for these paths to open and these players to be able to pick up the caps.
Well, we talked about the fact that you need, when all 4 players are playing well for Envy, they're very tough to beat. And look at it right now. 3 players have 20-plus. Pretty much everyone positive. Merc's only -1 right now, but you said he has those 4 caps. 3 down again for OpTic Nation, and another one will file through. This is turning out to be a blowout.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, it's an 11-point deficit for Nation at this point. I mean, they're not going to come back from that. I'm just going to call it. They would have to, they have to. Now it's like impossible. At 120 seconds here, they've just got to have to rally them out consecutively back to back to back. I mean, is it mathematically possible at this point? Yeah, but no, it's not going to happen.
Well, Nameless picks up another one, 33-15. We'll see if
13. It's not impossible.
Well, we'll see if he can maybe put up the second 40 bomb of the weekend.
Go for the 4. I guess now all we can really do is be excited to see if Nameless can drop a 40 bomb, and he's on track for it. 1 minute and 38 seconds left. I'm surprised they even went for the cap. They didn't just stay behind enemy lines and keep shooting.
Right. Well, it's gonna be the Nameless show for you guys. The Nameless montage we're working on right now for Envy as he is crushing this game. There's another one in front. He's got 2 more. He is gonna drop. We'll switch over to Cap as they keep putting Caps through. Up 15 right now. And the answer to our question to start this: how would OpTic Nation react to being down 2-0? Would they, find the strength, find the passion to fire on all cylinders and come back, or would they kind of bury themselves? I think it's pretty clear what happened.
Yeah, they've checked out mentally. Now, the nice thing is where they'll fall in the bracket, they'll have some time to kind of regroup. They don't have to play again, so they're going to be able to put this match behind them and try to make a run in losers. But I felt like after that SND game, they just weren't going. They didn't seem like they had the determination to kind of turn things around. It looked like they felt defeated after that. And then, obviously here in the comms and in this game just got away from them. I mean, even the first half, it wasn't bad. You could tell there was a little bit of tension in their communication, but it didn't seem like this second half was going to turn into this. I mean, you're talking 15
One more
points
kill.
now. I mean,
One more kill. Oh, just misses the 40 bomb.
No,
not able
he
to get
choked
it.
the 40
You gotta fire
bomb. He's
Dylan
gonna
in the-
He's going to get it.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
got to
we
get
You
it.
buy the box for 10,000. You either get the right gun.
I just got this weapon. No.
Swanee needs one more. 39 and 17 is just a stupid stat line. We'll see if he can pick it up. As
Go,
he leads
run.
16. Get on your boots here.
Get
Snap
it.
on the Nike.
There it
There's
is.
the last one,
There's
and there's
the 40 bomb. So all the Nameless fans out there got it. That's a big achievement. Anytime you can put up 40 against pro players at this level is incredibly impressive. I don't even know if I can do 40 in pubs, man. So
I don't know that I've ever gotten 40 in my life.
all
I'm
your
almost
games
40.
combined.
I'm almost 40 years old.
Yeah,
now, so.
there you go. The 40 that counts. So Envy with the 3-0 sweep here, as OpTic Nation just got obliterated in game number 3.
Is it safe to say that at least to this point, Envy looks like the team to win it?
Yeah.
They've only dropped, one map? I think they had a tie yesterday in the Blitz, but then they ended up winning it.
They look good today. I mean, again, making sure that they keep that composure going into Sunday. But yeah, I mean, right now the way that they're playing, I mean, if this is the Envy team that we're going to see that just played against OpTic, then I think it's safe to say they're looking pretty good going into Championship Sunday.
I couldn't agree more. But we're going to throw it down now to Puckett and Abercrombie and Fitch.
All right, thank you, Maven. I'm here, of course, with Censor and TP. Guys, the 3-0 from Envy right there.
Real quick.
I think we all expected Envy to take this one maybe 3-1. But the 3-0, Envy's looking like the best team in the room right now. Do you guys agree?
They're looking like G3 Envy right now. Really, really scary. The search, Joe, Merc, and Formal. 27 kills between 2 people. That's pretty good. Nameless dropping 41.
Yeah,
Wow,
if you look back just now on the screen, you saw Nameless putting his headset down, smiling, looking at the screen. He was like, "Dude, I 100% just dominated the game, man." Like 41 and 17. How many caps did he have?
It doesn't matter.
He had a lot of caps. He just did everything for the team to close it out. Props to Envy. They played really well. OpTic Nation, they got to bounce back in the losers bracket now.
All right, so OpTic Nation, from what you guys saw, what went wrong for them in this matchup against Envious, Doug?
Honestly, it was the vetoes. I said it from the start. I understand, OpTic Nation had a good match against us yesterday. They beat us on the Freight Dom, but statistically speaking, their best